What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. Everyone wants Samson and Milos to bring a sharper package at the Arnold Classic. But let's assume that Samson in fact comes in more shredded than ever. But in that process, he loses his roundness and pop. Now will that be worth the trade? Samson's competition isn't just Sean or William Bonac. We have to keep that in mind.
One thing he wants to be cautious about, which, I think rightly so, is to not focus so much on trying to get as hard as you can and then in return lose that overwhelming size and roundness that you have just to get, that little bit more condition. So although, yeah, we're aiming for that, but we do not want to sacrifice everything else just for that, because if we do, it would definitely be a downfall for us no matter what way we cut it.
Both him and his coach 100% believe they have the goods to win this show. And analyzing Samson's position from this angle, his biggest competition is Nick Walker, who is one of the freakiest guys in the bodybuilding right now. And to beat Nick, Samson needs to maintain that extra size that we saw at the Olympia last year. And that is exactly what Samson is doing.
Yes, we definitely want to be tighter, and I think without a doubt, the longer I stay in a lean state, the thinner my skin gets, and the more tighter I become anyway. So I know that's going to happen whether, as long as we just keep to the program, that's going to happen anyway. So yes, I'm definitely excited with that, and being just a few weeks away from that, it's like, okay, soon he's going to get to the point where, all right, so you're going to have to start cutting the food real drastically and making that stuff a habit as well. We want to leave that to the closing stages as far as possible, because being in that state for too long, and you will lose muscle, and you will lose that full look and that.
They are not in a rush to get peeled, as we still have 7 weeks to go. And Samson is one of those guys who doesn't lose his condition very fast, and he's already way ahead of the schedule.
Two-time Arnold champ coming. Let's go.
Nick Walker is extremely confident, and he should be. He is the third best bodybuilder on earth right now, and the two guys who beat him at the Olympia are not competing here. And even if they were, Nick would still be this confident. That is how he has acted since he turned pro, and he lives up to his words, no doubt. It is amazing that Nick Walker turned pro in 2020, and he has done 5 pro shows up until now. And not only he kept getting better with every passing show, but he was not off in a single show during these 2 years. Consistency with the conditioning is the biggest weapon to have, and Nick Walker definitely possesses it. Although most of the guys who are competing at the Arnold kept things pretty tight after the Olympia. But the great thing about Nick Walker is that even though he had no plans for the Arnold, he still maintained pretty good body composition. And that is really gonna help him in 7 weeks. Akim Williams looks more and more impressive in every physique update that he has been posting lately. He has got all the size in the world, and I have to admit that from the bull at 7 weeks out looks really impressive. But the problem occurs when Akim turns around and hits those back shots. Akim was out of the top 15 at the Olympia, which was a huge blow for him. So getting the first call out, or quite possibly top 4 at the Arnold, will be a redemption for him. We do not know why Akim stopped working with Oscar Arden, the man who coached him for the Olympia 2020. All the old school bodybuilding fans must know him, as he was also the coach of Kai Green. Michal Krizo is going into the first off-season as an IFBB pro with full steam ahead. He is a great addition in the IFBB Pro League. When he was competing in the Elite, people always said he isn't good enough for the IFBB because of the difference in the standard of conditionings. Well, guess what? Even though Michael wasn't the best conditioned guy at the Olympia, he was still 12th in the world and got in the second call out. A lot of the competitors must fear the day when Michal Krizo actually comes in shredded to the bone, that too with this same size. He has such a great stage presence, which cannot be ignored. This offseason will be focused on the improvements from the rear side. Personally, I do not think his back is behind in development as much as people make it out to be. So hit the thumbs up button if you like the video and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.